Okay, so far we've done 1, 2, 3. Now we're on 4. I will say of the first three problems, one was probably the most difficult one to think through. And then 2 and 3 are pretty straightforward if you knew some things about, circles, all right, or cones and spheres. If you didn't know those things, it might be a difficult problem. But number 4 is it says if one root of this third degree polynomial is 2 minus root 3, they say find the sum of the other two roots, all right? So it's a cubic, and I'm expecting to see 3 roots on it, and it's a real coefficient polynomial, so I'm seeing one irrational root. I'm expecting to see its conjugate, and then I'm expecting to see one more rational root, by the way, all right? So let me go to the whiteboard and write down what I've been given. I've been given a polynomial equation. That's x cubed minus 5x squared plus 5x minus 1 equals 0. They told me one of the roots is going to be 2 minus root 3. Now, by the way, the expectation is this actually factors into 3 separate linear factors, like x minus the first root, x minus the second root, x minus the third root. So I'm going to see one of them's going to be quadratic. So this is going to be, there's going to be a conjugate there. So I'm going to say x2 is going to be 2 plus root 3. Now the third one has got to be rational, all right? The reason being, if it wasn't rational, I'd have a conjugate of it. But the bottom line is, I'm going to use the rational root theorem, and the only possibilities are plus or minus 1. So let's try 1. And if you try 1, you get 1. Maybe I should write that down, trying 1 as a root. And I'm going to see if that works. If it does, it's the final root. What do you get there? You get 1 minus 5 plus 5 minus 1. Well, this does work because this gives us 0. So I found my third root. Now, what's their question? Their question is, what's the sum of the other two roots? It's going to be the sum of these two over here, and x2 plus x3 would give me 3 plus root 3. That would be a final answer. But if you want to check this, you can. What do I mean by that? You could multiply this out if you want. X minus the first root, that's minus 2 plus root 3. And then x minus the second root, that's the second root, which is going to be minus 2 minus root 3. And then you're going to get x minus the third root, x minus 1. And that should equal this thing over here. Let me just kind of quickly go through that. Let me multiply this one out first, by the way. What do you get over there? X squared minus 2x minus root 3x. That's the x different, those three terms. Let me do this over here. You can get minus 2x plus 4 plus 2 root 3's. Then I'm going to do this over here. You get plus root 3x. And then you're going to get minus 2 root 3's. And then what are you going to get? You get just minus 3 then. Put this over here. What does this give you? You get x squared, let's see, minus 4x. These disappear. This gives us 1. And then you get this disappearing over here. So then what do you get? X minus 1. And we're just checking at this point. You don't have to. All right, let's multiply that out. What do you get? X cubed minus 4x squared plus x. I'm distributing x across those terms over there. Then you get minus x squared. Let's see, plus 4x minus 1. Let me add that together. You get x cubed minus 5x squared plus 5x minus 1. And that's what they said it was. All right, well, again, we just verified. You didn't need to do that. And what was the question? This was the question. All right, thank you.